Hey guys, it's Ted here. Just wanted to leave a message for you guys real quick in the beginning of this video stating that I know these videos were supposed to be out on the weekend, and that's the promise I made you guys, and I was not able to keep it. I live in upstate New York, and we had a horrible windstorm come through. Right now we're getting a snowstorm, but the windstorm took out power for like 60,000 plus people. I was one of them. So I'm just now getting my systems back online. We just got cable and internet and powered back. So yeah, sorry guys. The video's out now, and I hope you enjoy them. Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. My name is Ted, and today we're playing the Slumbering Spirits deck. So yes, we would like to go first. Let's take a look at our hand. We have a Serum Visions, Mindshrieker, a Body of Jukai, a Slumbering Tora, and one land. It's kind of risky because we're not guaranteed to hit lands off the Serum Visions. I think we should ship it. But then again, do we risk it for the biscuit? We're gonna keep it. Oh man, don't ever take my advice when keeping hands. Okay, so we're gonna throw an island out there and we're gonna run out Serum Vision. And we got another island, so awesome. We'll put a Iname as one on top, and we'll put a Noxious Revival on top of that, and we'll pass the turn. So next turn we can run out a Mindshrieker. Okay, so it's our opponent's upkeep. And they play Urza's Tower. Okay, so we're going against Tron. So this should be interesting. They're not going to run too much in the way of like main deck removal, so we might be able to get them with that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to put Serum Visions on top of our library. So that way we're going to draw the Serum Visions and keep our Iname as one on top. And we'll pass the turn. Okay, our opponent's got Urza's Power Plant. So it looks like they might have turn 3 Tron. Okay, so we have the Mindshrieker. We're going to mill ourselves, making our Iname as one go into the graveyard. And we're going to swing in for 13. And that Amethyst really hurt our game plan because we were going to Noxious Revival that back on top of our library. Alright, so we're going to pass the turn. If we draw a land, we'll be able to... No, we won't be able to Serum Vision. Well, if we draw a land, we can Noxious Revival and still activate. So, there's that. Okay, so we did draw a land. We're going to Noxious Revival. Putting Iname as one on top of our library. And our opponent scoops it up. So we took game 1 against Tron. And we'll move to the sideboard. So we beat turn 3 Tron with the Slumbering Spirits deck. So let's go to the sideboard here. So Spreading Seas, definitely including it. Let's see what else. Slip Through Space is nothing we really have to worry about. Echoing Truth, nothing we have to worry about. Dispel, nothing we have to worry about. Sun Droplet, nothing. Okay, so... that Mana Leak's not going to do us any good, so I think just the Spreading Seas is really going to be our out here. So I'm going to throw a Nourishing Shoal and a Taigam Scheming back in there, and we'll run it back. Okay, and we're back. So we have a Spreading Seas in hand, a Ghost Quarter. I think that's good. We also have a Mindshrieker, so we're going to keep this. And we're going to wait till our turn. Hopefully they don't have the turn 3 Tron again, because that's kind of scary. They lead off an Expedition map, which is also, you know, a really good start for them. So we're going to run out a Mystic Speculation, just kind of to get our deck all set up here. Island, Island, Slumbering Tora. So what I can do is I can keep, actually, the Tora on top, and we'll throw 2 islands on top of that. So that way our next 2 drops are going to be... Our next 2 draws are going to be lands. That way we can activate a Tora and a Mindshrieker, if need be. But it'll also allow us to play a Ghost Quarter and actually use it against our opponent. So we're going to pass the turn to our opponent and see if they play another Tron piece. Okay, so our opponent plays a duplicate Tron land, so no turn 3 Tron here. They're going to crack their map, it looks like. Nope. Okay, they played Walking Ballista on 1. So this looks like it might be a colorless build of Tron. Somehow it skipped our turn. What? Okay. That's really not good. I don't understand. Of course our opponent will take it. Wow. Okay, so we lost a turn to Tron. We'll see if we can still race. They have the Ballista, which they're going to remove a counter on to get rid of our Mindshrieker. Because as far as they're concerned right now, that's our only win condition. I say we hold back on that. So, Spreading Seas. I don't think it's going to be that good against our opponent's Urza's Mines. But when they play something else, we can play it. So what are we going to play in the meantime? We can go for the Mindshrieker. It'll make them get rid of their Ballista, but then again, we're only taking one a turn. We're not really concerned about it, so maybe we do just Spreading Seas their Mine. We could Spreading Seas their Mine. I don't want to. Alright, we'll Spreading Seas the Mine. We'll draw a card. Get that other island. Okay, so I just want to, say that I'm still pretty new to MTGO. I'm not a fan of how you can accidentally pass your entire turn, but it happens to me mostly. Okay, so this is an Eldrazi Tron variant. Okay, so our opponent plays Eldrazi Tron. So Tron's not even like their biggest, reality smasher. Okay. Okay, so we're a land behind, which really stinks. The Tora would be fantastic last turn, because we'd be swinging in with it this turn for 12. I don't know if there's a way we can come back from this. We don't have spot removal. That really stinks. That bothers me so much. I play the Mindshrieker, they get rid of it. Okay, so Mindshrieker into... Yeah, Mindshrieker into Ghost Quartering their Temple. I think that's what I'm going to do. At least they'll get rid of their Ballista. And we'll pass the turn. Okay, so they're playing another Reality Smasher, and that's going to do it. There's no way we come back from that. Yeah, and we get a Serum Visions. So we're going to concede this, and we're going to go on to game 3. Okay, so this is definitely not the normal build of Tron. The normal build of Tron, it doesn't have Eldrazi. So let's see. What things that we can do to remove... We don't have really good spot removal. We do have Vapor Snag, which can be useful. Echoing Truth can be useful. Vapor Snag's alright. Mana Leak's actually going to be pretty good, because if they don't have Tron, they won't have too much extra mana to spend. So we can play the tempo game with them. We'll go down some Taigam Schemings, and we'll go down a Contingency Plan. And I think we're going to run it like that. Hopefully don't skip the turn again. That really bothered me. I'm sorry, guys. So, yes, I would like to play first. And we have a Mana Leak, 1 land, Serum Visions. And what did I always tell you guys? Don't listen to me, because I'm going to risk it. And we're going to run out of Serum Visions, and please let there be a land in the top 3. Okay, there is. So we're going to put the island on top. And we'll pass the turn to our opponent. So next turn we can get a Mindshrieker out. Or better yet, we could even hold up a Mana Leak, depending on what they play. I'm thinking it's for sure going to be the Mindshrieker plan. Okay, so our opponent's got the Expedition map. And they're going to pass it back to us. We're going to throw out the island, and we're going to throw out a Mindshrieker. And we will pass the turn to our opponent. Okay, so we have Spreading Seas now. So here's the question of the day. Do we risk it for the biscuit, as I like to put it? And let me expand our graveyards real quick. And we swing in, milling the top card of our library, which could be massive because it's an unknown right now. Or do we complete? I think we got to go for the safe play, guys, and Spreading Seas their temple, and we'll just get in for one. And next turn we can start rigging, assuming we get another land. All right, we're gonna find out right away because we're gonna draw a land or draw a card off of the Spreading Seas and see if we were wrong to make this decision. Okay, we weren't. We would have attacked with a 3/3. All right. And we're going to get in for one because we don't want to leave any damage on the table. And we'll pass it back to our opponent. Okay, and they're going to exile a card from our graveyard. I'm not really sure why they brought Relic in. They didn't see me use any graveyard recursion, I don't think. Maybe they did. Actually, you know what they did? They did. They saw my Noxious Revivals. Okay, so they got a Cavern of Souls. They're going to name Eldrazi, which kind of stinks because, yeah. Alright, so Contingency Plan looks like the way to go. Of course, Mindshrieker could do it. We don't have too much time against this deck, I don't feel like. Actually, Reality Smasher is going to be their biggest... Yeah, alright, we're going to do it. We're going to Contingency Plan here. And we'll organize the top 5. They don't have a lot in the way of removal. They might have a Warping Whale, which would do it. So lands, do we want more lands? We want one more. So actually let's put let's put all those in the graveyard because none of those are giant cards. And we'll put that on top. And we'll get in for one. So that way we can at least Ghost Quarter their Cavern of Souls. Okay, they're going to crack the map. Probably grab an Eldrazi temple. Yep. So here comes a Reality Smasher. So we're definitely going to have to start the race. Nope, a Matter Reshaper, okay. That's not too bad. Okay, so we got our Ghost Quarter. What we can do right now is we can destroy their Eldrazi temple, putting them back down to 4 mana. Alright, first things first. I think we're going to cast or use the Mindshrieker's ability. We haven't used it yet. It's kind of risky. We could actually go for it twice. What do we think about that? We drop down to 2 mana though. Alright, actually let's Mystic Speculation. And this is why we do things like this. And we'll put Iname as 1 on top. And we will go to combat. I was clicking him. Why would it not let me use his ability? Wow. Come on. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, if you're playing this in MTGO, apparently, even though I didn't hit any skip buttons, I was clicking just okay. You're better off doing it before combat. I could just be really, really bad at MTGO, though. So, you know. Alright, so we still have enough to race our opponent, so long as they don't Warping Whale us. It's just we lost the Iname as 1 that way. And now we don't, because our opponent... Man, this is so frustrating. Like, both... This just should have been our game. Because literally, they're just going to ping down our Mindshrieker. That's so frustrating. Why am I so bad at MTGO? Mana Leak basically does nothing for us because they have the Cavern. They have all the mana in the world to cast anything they want. If we cast Noxious Revival, they're going to, in response, make us sack our whole graveyard. Okay, so they're going to use that, and in response, we're going to grab a Mindshrieker, I think, because, nope, that's not going to help us. We'll grab a Contingency Plan. Okay, and they're going to crack the Relic, making us exile our whole graveyard. Okay, so our opponent's gonna get in for 4. Okay, as long as it's untapped, spells that would cost less than 3 mana now cost 3 mana. Alright, well, we put all those lands to the bottom and or our graveyard because we didn't need them at the time, but now we really need them. What I can do right now is slip through space on one of our opponent's creatures and draw a card, hopefully hitting a land drop for the turn. Never mind, because of Trinisphere. Okay, so we're going to pass the turn back to our opponent. Expedition map. Our opponent now is Tron. I don't know if there's any way we come back from this now. Yeah, I think that does it, guys. This has been Ted with Giant Monster Games, and I'll see you in the next video.